Well, welcome back. I haven't done my diary piece in a long time. I haven't really done much fishing this year, unfortunately. Had a new baby, so fishing time's been a little bit limited. But I've got plans this winter, and I'm hopeful to get out one night a week on this water. There's a lovely mirror in here that I'm trying to catch. It's also got some lovely old commons in it, some big fish as well, you know, a bit bigger, sort of mid-30s. Potentially one of the commons is even bigger, so there's some real nice old ones to go at. I arrived here yesterday. I got the rods out pretty sharpish yesterday late afternoon because it was just getting dark, so we're just going to go back there now. Well, I'm just going to show you where I've got the rods. There is one cast. Let's just move down here a little bit. Sorry for the amateur footage, but there's one. See where my finger is pointing? The aperture's about 3.2 and it's very dark, so you'd have to see where my finger's pointing, but it's around here, going towards this this bush area. I've managed to wander all the way around the lake onto this island here, where I've put some bait all around this. There's this little dot island here and a little gap. It's quite known for doing a few fish, so I've got one in there. It's pretty clear. A little bit of clag on the bottom, a little bit of sort of bottom weed and bits of silkweed, but relatively clear. I'm getting a drop. So I've got a little hinge on there. Then if I just take you around, see that old shed? How in focus is it? Yeah, we're pretty in focus. I've got one, I don't know, 40, 50 yards out, sort of in line with the shed, around this sort of area. It's just some very smooth silt in 4 to 5 foot of water. Nice little clearing, so I've got another hinge on that over. Only 4 spoms of bait. I'm going to keep bait to a minimum today. And then just as I move over, there is, sort of in this area, you can see like a hanging branch there. That's my marker. And then about, I don't know, 50, 60 yards is another real clearing, real like almost pea shingle. It really sort of taps, really taps on the rod tip as I bring it past. So that's an old feeding spot, one that I've caught from in the past, in the winter. So yeah, I'm really happy with that spot. Again, I've got a hinge on there, real low line, Northern Special, because it's on quite hard terrain. I'm fishing it pretty low. So yeah, they're the 3 rods on those 3 spots. I'm going to keep my eyes nice and peeled on the water, although they don't show a huge amount in here, mostly at night time if they're going to. So I'm going to keep the old earlobes on the lookout, or on the hear out. But yeah, it's just getting dark now, so I'm going to have a cup of char and crack on. I've got my laptop with me to do a bit of work this evening, just to catch up on things. And yeah, I'm hopeful I can get a nice early winter bite. But welcome back to the new diary. Well, I'm not one for plugging crap products, but here is a neat little product, bang, that I use in the winter. Well, actually, throughout the year. It's a little Ridge Monkey light that sort of magnets onto the top of your bivvy. Oh, you can just see. Sorry, it's real dark now. There's a little magnet, and there's the light. So let there be light. Well chuffed with this neat little product, and one that I will use all winter. Nice. Okay, so you saw where I placed all the rods. It soon got dark, and I was into my dinner. Annoyingly, I didn't bring my Ridge Monkey, and I had some chicken dippers even, and chips for dinner, and I forgot my Ridge Monkey, so it was an absolute schoolboy error. I contemplated cooking it in my kettle, which I have done before, but I didn't want to put the old girl through that kind of carnage, so I ended up ordering a takeaway. So I had a nice chicken korma. Actually, no, it was chicken tikka masala, think about it. Pilau rice and Peshwari naan bread. So that was nice on a chilly winter's evening. Soon polished that off. And while I was eating that, I was getting some really savage liners on the middle rod and the right hand rod actually. The rod in sort of the silty gully at sort of 40 yards, that started getting a few few liners, so I was hopeful. And then early this morning, the middle rod absolutely ripped off, and after a bit of a strange fight, it was a real heavy, weedy fight. Didn't really tear around at all, just a very solid heavy fight. Flicked the head torch on and I could see a big common sort of wallowing in close, and slipped her under the net, or slipped her into the net even, and there was a colossal common lying in the bottom. Hoisted her up on the scales, 36 pounds on the nose, and I've got Mr. Grice coming down to do me some photos, so can't wait to see her, can't wait to show you guys the fish. I think it's the box common, and it's a real warrior. So yeah, for now I'm going to sit back and enjoy my tea. What an absolute schoolboy error. Just dropped this on the floor. Absolute schmuck. Great. It's going to be fun. One thing that I just wanted to note was just talk about the tactics quickly. I've got 3 northern specials on each of the rods that have been really dosed up in the matching booster spray. I love to do this, actually all year round, not just in the winter, just to give them that real potent citrusy sort of zing. I keep peppering them up with the booster spray, and when they dry out, I'll give them another boost, so they'll be wet, and then they'll sort of suck in all the goodness again. And I'll just keep doing that sort of 3, 4, maybe 5 times, and eventually you almost build like a little coating of the booster spray, and they're really potent and fantastic, particularly in winter, but all year round really. So I'm fishing the northern specials over the top of chopped up live system, triple X, and some chopped up tigers as well. Just by chopping them up, I feel like they're releasing the flavours and the smells and all the goodness in the boilie a lot more than they would be if they were encased as like a whole boilie. I also boil them up as well to make them softer, a little bit more porous, and again I just think this helps in pumping out more of the goodness of the baits. And then I pour over the top of it some Minamino, which is a very soluble, it's not oily at all, and it disperses easily in cold water, and it just gives it another sort of fruity, sweet appeal to the bait really. So anything you can do to give them even more attraction in the cold water, then I say go for it. I'm gagging to get this fish out. I'm hoping Gricey will hurry up along that A14, and yeah, we'll show you a rather colossal common. Wow, what a start to the new diary piece. 36 pounds on the nose. A very old Cambridgeshire common. Fell to a white northern special, as I said earlier. And he's very angry and wants to go back. I'm well chuffed with that. Real result. Fantastic start to my winter campaign. Hopefully there's going to be a load more in the coming sessions.
What's happened, James? What's happened?
I've kind of fell in after that fish. Can't even get the boot off. Look. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh well, I've just had a 36 pounder.